Hello everyone. Welcome again to my channel. Today we will continue our listening to Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, so let's start Chapter 2. Part 2. Hopelessly in the fullest sense, when you know beforehand that you will get nothing by it. You know, for instance, beforehand with positive certainty that this man, this most reputable and exemplary citizen, will on no consideration give you money, and indeed I ask you, why should he? For he knows of course that I shan't pay it back. From compassion? But Mr. Lebeziatnikov, who keeps up with modern ideas, explained the other day that compassion is forbidden nowadays by science itself, and that that's what is done now in England, where there is political economy. Why, I ask you, should he give it to me? And yet though I know beforehand that he won't, I set off to him and... Why do you go? Put in Raskolnikov. Well, when one has no one, nowhere else one can go. For every man must have somewhere to go. Since there are times when one absolutely must go somewhere. When my own daughter first went out with a yellow ticket, then I had to go. For my daughter has a yellow passport, he added in parenthesis, looking with a certain uneasiness at the young man. No matter, sir, no matter, he went on hurriedly and with apparent composure when both the boys at the counter guffawed and even the innkeeper smiled. No matter, I am not confounded by the wagging of their heads, for everyone knows everything about it already, and all that is secret is made open. And I accept it all, not with contempt, but with humility. So be it. So be it. Behold the man. Excuse me, young man, can you? No, to put it more strongly and more distinctly, not can you but dare you, looking upon me, assert that I am not a pig? The young man did not answer a word. Well, the orator began again stolidly and with even increased dignity, after waiting for the laughter in the room to subside. Well, so be it, I am a pig, but she is a lady. I have the semblance of a beast, but Katerina Ivanovna, my spouse, is a person of education and an officer's daughter. Granted, I am a scoundrel, but she is a woman of a noble heart, full of sentiments, refined by education. And yet, oh, if only she felt for me. Honored sir, you know every man ought to have at least one place where people feel for him. But Katerina Ivanovna, though she is magnanimous, she is unjust. And yet, although I realize that when she pulls my hair she only does it out of pity, for I repeat without being ashamed, she pulls my hair, young man, he declared with redoubled dignity, hearing the sniggering again, but, my God, if she would but once. But no. It's all in vain and it's no use talking. No use talking. For more than once, my wish did come true and more than once she has felt for me, but, such is my fate and I am a beast by nature. Rather, assented the innkeeper yawning. Marmeladov struck his fist resolutely on the table. Such is my fate. Do you know, sir, I have sold her very stockings for drink? Not her shoes, that would be more or less in the order of things, but her stockings I have sold for drink. Her mohair shawl I sold for drink, a present to her long ago, her own property, not mine, and we live in a cold room and she caught cold this winter and has begun coughing and spitting blood too. We have 3 little children and Katerina Ivanovna is at work from morning till night, she is scrubbing and cleaning and washing the children, for she's been used to cleanliness from a child. But her chest is weak and she has a tendency to consumption and I feel it. Do you suppose I don't feel it? And the more I drink the more I feel it. That's why I drink too. I try to find sympathy and feeling in drink. I drink so that I may suffer twice as much. And as though in despair he laid his head down on the table. Young man, he went on, raising his head again, in your face I seem to read some trouble of mind. When you came in I read it, and that was why I addressed you at once. For in unfolding to you the story of my life, I do not wish to make myself a laughingstock before these idle listeners, who indeed know all about it already, but I am looking for a man of feeling and education. Know then that my wife was educated in a high-class school for the daughters of noblemen, and on leaving she danced the shawl dance before the governor and other personages, for which she was presented with a gold medal and a certificate of merit. The medal, well, the medal of course was sold, long ago, but the certificate of merit is in her trunk still, and not long ago she showed it to our landlady. And although she is most continually on bad terms with the landlady, yet she wanted to tell someone or other of her past honors and of the happy days that are gone. I don't condemn her for it, I don't blame her, for the one thing left her is recollection of the past, and all the rest is dust and ashes. Yes, she is a lady of spirit, proud and determined. She scrubs the floors herself and has nothing but black bread to eat, but won't allow herself to be treated with disrespect. That's why she would not overlook Mr. Lebeziatnikov's rudeness to her, and so when he gave her a beating for it, she took to her bed more from the hurt to her feelings than from the blows. She was a widow when I married her, with 3 children, one smaller than the other. She married her first husband, an infantry officer, for love, and ran away with him from her father's house. She was exceedingly fond of her husband, but he gave way to cards, got into trouble, and with that he died. He used to beat her at the end, and although she paid him back, of which I have authentic documentary evidence, to this day she speaks of him with tears, and she throws him up to me, and I am glad that, though only in imagination, she should think of herself as having once been happy. And she was left at his death with 3 children in a wild and remote district where I happened to be at the time, and she was left in such hopeless poverty that, although I have seen many ups and downs of all sort, I don't feel equal to describing it even. Her relations had all thrown her off. And she was proud, too, excessively proud. And then, honored sir, being at the time a widower, with a daughter of 14 left me by my first wife, offered her my hand, for I could not bear the sight of such suffering. You can judge the extremity of her calamities, that she, a woman of education and culture and distinguished family, should have consented to be my wife. But she did. Weeping and sobbing and wringing her hands, she married me. For she had nowhere to turn. Do you understand, sir, do you understand what it means when you have absolutely nowhere to turn? No, that you don't understand yet. And for a whole year, I performed my duties conscientiously and faithfully, and did not touch this. He tapped the jug with his finger, for I have feelings. But even so, I could not please her, and then I lost my place too, and that through no fault of mine but through changes in the office, and then I did touch it. It will be a year and a half ago soon since we found ourselves at last after many wanderings and numerous calamities in this magnificent capital, adorned with innumerable monuments. Here I obtained a situation. I obtained it and I lost it again. Do you understand? This time it was through my own fault I lost it, for my weakness had come out.